9th chapter and 36th verse. It says, now there was at Joppa a certain disciple named Tabitha, which by interpretation is called Dorcas. This woman was full of good works and alms deeds which she did. And may God add a blessing to the readers and the hearers and the doers of His word. Now we know that this disciples, in other words, this was a follower of Christ. And y'all, God don't have respect for peoples. God don't see Jew or Gentile. God don't see male or female. God do not see rich or poor. God just see a willing vessel that willing to work. And y'all, let me tell you, how many of you know that all God needs? Somebody that is willing to work. And this was what this Tabitha was. She was this willing vessel that was willing to work. And y'all, she fell sick one day. She took ill and she fell sick one day. And the Bible says she died. The Bible says she died, and the widows and her friends had faith in Peter. See, Peter was in Lydia, a little ways from out of Joppa. But Peter was in Lydia, and these disciples sent two men to Lydia to get Peter. Told him to come in a hurry. And y'all, what they did? The Bible said they washed her and they put her in the upper chamber. Sort of remind me of the days of Elijah in the wilderness. Y'all know the story about Elijah in the wilderness? The woman that had the son that died, and even though the son was died, the widow said, all is well. Woman, is anything wrong? Isn't it? She just kept saying, all is well. Y'all, sometimes we have to look beyond the circumstances. See, sometimes the circumstances trips us up a lot. Sometimes we can look beyond the circumstances and see the God that we serve. An almighty God. A God that can do everything but fail. But they had put her in the upper room, wait for Peter to come. They had faith in Peter that, if Peter came and was in her presence and prayed for her and laid his hand on her, that she would get up and live again. So y'all, when Peter got there, they was moaning and they were crying and they was going on, which is human nature. They were crying and they were moaning, and then when Peter got there, they showed Peter all the good things that she had did during her life. The fine garments that she had made for different ones, and all the good works that she had did. And y'all know something? Man, the atmosphere wasn't right. The place was right, but the atmosphere wasn't right. In other words, the reason I said the place was right, because they was in the upper room. In other words, how many of you have an upper room today? Back in the days, they had rooms that they built on the houses. Some said it was gas chamber. Some had rooms for when preachers and priests passed by. They had somewhere to stay and live and study the word of God. So, in other words, they had an upper room. And y'all, let me tell you something. Our upper room, we may have a secret closet at the house that we like to go and pray. Do anybody have a secret closet? Do anybody have a place that they like to just get out by themselves and talk to the Lord? So in other words, they had put this lady in the upper room. She was in the right place, but the atmosphere wasn't right. What made the atmosphere bad was, they were weeping and they was crying. They were moaning. Out of grief, they were moaning and they were weeping and they was crying. And y'all, you know, Peter held them all to leave. How many of you know sometimes you have to get away from some people? You know, people don't really try to hurt you or mean you no harm, but then, you know, it's just sometimes you don't need to be around negative things. You know, so Peter asked them to leave out the room. And y'all, then the Bible said Peter got on his knees and began to pray. You know, lots of times we find ourselves trying to work things out, trying to make things happen, and sometimes prayer be the last resort. Have anybody ever been there before? Tried everything you can possibly do except pray.
Come on.
But then after Peter prayed, and after the time was right, Peter told Tabitha, arise. And y'all, she got up. She got up from the dead. And she lived again. She got up from the dead and she lived again. Then I think about, you know, the Bible said, you know, because of that, there was a many of people became to believe in Jesus Christ through Peter. Now let me tell you something. Man, in some form or fashion, we all have a testimony of what God has done for us. You know, they talk about Tabitha being an alms giver. You know, she gave alms. Y'all let me tell you something. She just didn't give to people that could give back. You know, we have some people that, you know, unless you can give back, then I can't give. But then she was an alms giver. You know what? She gave to people that didn't have the ability to give back. And you know, these are the type of people that God, you know, these are the good works that God called for us to do in these evil days.